All right. So yeah, I was thinking Keegan, you go first. Logan, you go second. I'll go third. So we're each less likely to influence the people after us.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
What was your answer? Question one.
I agree.
Okay. Logan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go soft agree as well.
All right. I'm gonna go neutral, unsure, because just because we as leftists hold to an ideology where corporations are more of a problem than governments, we still want an end goal of like statelessness, right? And it's still if oppression is taking place, it's not better just because it's the government and not a corporation. Like
Yeah,
they're still equally bad.
agree.
Right. My thought process on it was that between corporations and governments, or our government,
Mhm.
I think that there's a stronger case for like democracy and
Yeah.
you know, yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
There's
okay.
no. There's absolutely a rationale for that.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay. Question 2.
Yeah.
All right. It is necessary for the government to intervene in the economy to protect consumers. Oh, okay. It is necessary for the government to intervene. I'm gonna say I'm unsure. I'm
What?
neutral. Unsure.
Don't care.
I'm gonna go strongly agree.
Logan and Keegan. Sorry, King. What did you say?
I said unsure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go strongly agree because the alternative to that is this question right here: the freer the markets, the freer the people. So let's do this one and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Let's can someone just talk to me? Can someone just explain to me like what is a really free market look like? What does a really free market look like?
Like honestly, it's a self-destructive ideal in the same way fascism is. Like
Yeah.
if you like a free market with no manipulation leads inexorably to monopoly and then no freedom.
Right. Okay.
Like yeah, it's a conservative ideal.
Okay.
that
I'm gonna soft disagree.
Okay.
I'm gonna go-
Logan, your mic cut out for whatever thing you were saying earlier.
Okay, it's fine. Nothing. It was nothing.
Alright.
Strong disagree.
Yeah, strong disagree.
All right. It is better to maintain a balanced budget than to ensure welfare for all citizens. All right. Dude, I'm gonna sound so stupid if I ask questions. Like, I'm gonna have questions on probably like
Yeah.
every
No, it's
single
okay.
one.
I just can you answer the question and then we'll talk about it so we can get like your initial response.
I have gotten the question answered for me by Google. Okay. I'm going to soft disagree because I don't know. I just think that the welfare of all citizens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like the question makes it sound like there aren't strings attached, and that's like it sounds equal, even though I don't think that's how it works in practice. But yeah. Okay.
No, it's an idealized question.
Right.
It's not policy oriented.
Yeah.
Logan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go strongly disagree.
Me too. So yeah, the first priority should be ensuring welfare. Somewhere on the list, you want not have a huge debt. But I mean,
Correct.
like that's a secondary priority by definition. If your primary goal, if your primary operating goal is no debt, then you're not going to get anything done. That's a secondary concern by definition.
Right. Okay.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Publicly funded research is more beneficial to the people than leaving it to the market. Okay. Is more beneficial. I'm gonna say I'm unsure. Definitely don't know enough about that to have a strong opinion.
Okay, so I don't know too much about like the logistics of patents and stuff.
I don't think that's really the area of this. I don't know. Go with what you want.
Publicly funded research.
Go with what you want, Logan.
Okay, because like on a gut level, I would go strongly agree. But I'm not sure when you get a policy of it if that's right. So I'm gonna agree.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go strongly agree because the alternative to that is basically what we have now is like super soft nationalization of public funding, or of like research, because you have universities that can be publicly funded, but you also have a ton of private stuff going on. And yeah, in practice, most of the best technology that we have was either developed by the military, which is publicly funded despite other problems with it, or universities being publicly funded. So with that, you get the academic freedom, like Ollie was talking about in the video, where you don't have corporations looking over your shoulder wanting you to get certain results. You also don't have people turning. I mean, you do in practice in America, but ideally, in a nationalized system, you don't have people like only funding your study if they think it's going to support their business, etc. Like when you put it in the private sector, money is speech. Scientists don't have much money. They don't have much speech. They have to like beg from people who do have money, and also interests that can be at odds with science. They have to beg them for their funds. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Tariffs on international trade are important to encourage local production. Okay. So I don't know a lot about international trade, but I have relatively strong opinions and some knowledge on like child labor and sweatshops and stuff. But I don't know if necessarily this question I don't know if that's a reach to say this question is about that or involves that.
Can be.
To encourage local production. Well, I'm gonna soft agree while admitting that I don't know a ton. Yeah. All right.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna soft agree. That's it.
Oh, good. Logan?
I'm gonna also soft agree, not because it is local production, like that isn't inherently like beneficial. It's just that you want to encourage, better paying jobs. Not saying that factory jobs are always going to be like, even good paying. Just that they might be better paying here.
Yeah.
Like some level, like you want to discourage companies from not doing that, but also on another level, those people might not have jobs otherwise. So I don't know. It's neutral for me.
I'm gonna go soft disagree. There's a lot of correlation in practice there with people saying that immigration and such is the problem, trying to stop that. It's very tied up in nationalism. It also frequently doesn't work because, like I read this thing about like where Trump had tariffs with China. Like half of that was just passed off to increasing the price for the consumer, and half of that was just China ships something to somewhere else, almost completely done. They put the final part on it, mark made in that other country, and then send it to the United States, which is just raising costs for no reason. They're still getting the products across. The same people are getting the money, and there's just more money lost to middlemen. So yeah, in practice, they don't work, and increase nationalization, and yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's soft disagree because I don't completely understand it, and I could be convinced otherwise.
So this one, okay. I just want to make sure that I understand what it's saying. So it's saying to go from like a system in which, everyone's kind of equal and it's just, you do what you can and some people get farther ahead versus a system that maybe caters to people who maybe need more help than others. Is that way too general, or is that like...
Okay, so in the same way, the freer the markets, the freer the people is like a libertarian, right? Kind of catchphrase. This is like the quintessential Marx quote. So this is principally just it. You're supposed to expand it to be like, oh, what do I think of Marxism? In effect, or like what do I think
Marxism?
Well, okay, what do you think of the ideals that guide it, regardless of the practice? Like this ideal that you shouldn't just give everybody things equally, but rather give everybody things carefully, such that they are equal.
I think that some people need more help than others. I think that there are, I think that sometimes people, I'm going to agree.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, following that to its logical conclusion pushes you alone far beyond the modern U.S. state.
Right.
Yeah, Logan?
Yeah, I'm going to go strongly agree.
Me too.
Ian, what are you doing?
Strongly agree. Yep, your turn.
Okay. It would be best if social programs were abolished in favor of private charity. Can someone give me an example of a social program real quick?
Like Medicaid.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. Good. I suck at that. I'm so bad at things. Like, give an example of something. Okay, forget. Okay, keep going.
Abolished in favor of private. I'm gonna disagree.
Or welfare, something like that.
Yeah, the idea that charity can make up for welfare is both a fantasy of the right and also very much the idea of if I, a rich person, were to give you any scrap, it would be by my beneficence alone. It's very much of the mind of like, I deserve where I am and you deserve where you are, but I'm going to be kind and boost you up just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't there some quote where it's like, give the poor something, and then you're called, a great person, but ask why they're poor and then you're called a communist.
Something like maybe. I don't know.
I think I've heard something like that.
Yeah, I mean, companies have philanthropy budgets for maintaining public image, right? Like that is a social good that is bestowed on them, and they've calculated exactly how much they need to, quote, give away to get that reward in return. Logan, are you going strongly disagree?
Yeah.
Me too.
Ooh, taxes. Taxes should be increased on the rich to provide for the poor. I'm a strongly agree.
Cool.
Strongly agree.
Well, no discussion on that.
We should just eat the rich. Inheritance is a legitimate form of wealth. I disagree. Well, hold on. Oh man. Yikes. On the one hand, I hope my parents leave me something. That'd be cool. But is that like?
Yeah.
I mean, it's legitimate in the sense that like you the law recognizes.
Yeah, I mean, should it be?
You own, you own that. Should inheritance be a legitimate form of wealth? I mean, where else would your assets go?
The government for redistribution, or the community for redistribution?
Bars,
or anything, any form of that.
Dude, I'm gonna say I'm unsure about this. You made a strong case.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm unsure for now.
Yeah. Logan? Is it between disagree and strongly disagree?
Yeah,
me too. I'm gonna go strongly disagree.
Yeah, okay.
What are you saying?
Yeah,
we'll get back to that in just a second. I want to get Logan's answer. What?
But I'm not sure if it's like it's like, I feel like obviously everything's a matter of priority, so it should not be.
Sorry, what? Wait, what's your answer?
Strongly disagree, like on a basic moral level, from a pragmatic point, I don't think it's a good thing to be at this point.
Yes. Okay. We just hit 40 minutes, but we got the Zoom thing. I was right. So this is why I didn't want to use it last time, because I heard online that if you just go past the minute the first time, it'll just let you keep going. Sweet. So we're gonna have to figure out something next time if we want 3 people. But anyway,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So fundamentally, it would be a good, but the Speech Act element of it in current society, it's not really something we want to be pressing for, because it's going to turn a lot of people off. And going back to what Keegan was saying, the idea of that we hold socialist views that differ vastly from reality right now doesn't mean that we need to conform to them. Like it's when people tell Bernie, like, oh, you want a progressive tax policy? Why don't you give people all your money? And like, no, he's not obligated to do that. He's trying to implicate a system where we all have to do that equally. He's not being charitable. He thinks this is people's right to have like a more equitable system. So like you are not obligated to, like, yeah, it's reasonable. Like in the society, I hope I get something from my parents too. Like that is reasonable and not immoral to receive something from your parents. Like it's just like, would it be a better world if that changed for everyone? Nobody's asking you to be the only one to conform to it. We wait until society's okay with it, and we all do it. Yeah. All right.
In other words, every single action that some a leftist does, you want to think what is doing the best action to advance socialism. So, like, not accepting the money from your parents, that doesn't help advance socialism for other people.
Because then it goes to the American government, which is not the kind of government you want doing the redistribution right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking just now.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I could trust them to
Mm-hmm.
redistribute. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Basic utilities like roads and electricity should be publicly owned. I maybe just have my wires crossed right now, but publicly owned. Who is like
Okay,
on the
really,
level of like a town?
Mm-hmm.
Who
To put it really simply within the bounds of like what's within the overtime window right now, it would be like if they were on the market and everybody owned an equal number of shares.
Oh. Huh.
Wait, I thought that refers to the government, though. Is that?
Well, publicly owned is going to be like.
Yeah, but it's like publicly owned in the same way that there's like public land that the government owns. I think that's what it's implying.
That's called federal land, isn't it? You don't you call it public land? I don't know. Interpret it whichever way you want. Like, I don't know. I'm strongly agree either way. like if the government wants to do it or if the community wants to do it, either way that's better than privately owned.
I just don't understand what what changes in like.
I mean, currently roads, nothing changes because roads are already
publicly owned.
Yeah, but electricity would be like you don't have an electric bill.
Okay, then I will. All right, I will.
It's basically okay. It's the same socialization or nationalization thing we were talking about with the postal service or the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, Logan.
Strongly agree.
Next one.
Wait, Ian, what'd you say?
Strongly agree.
Okay. Government intervention is a threat to the economy. I am going to say strongly disagree because I think that just to say that government intervention is a threat is way too general. Mm-hmm. I think that the tactic of government intervention inherently isn't necessarily a threat. It's, how it intervenes and why that makes or breaks whether or not it's a threat to the economy.
Oh, good. It's an inherently anti-intellectual statement. It's an inherently anti-intellectual restatement of the freer the market's the freer the people, which we already disagreed with.
Right.
Logan?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, strongly disagree. Yeah, it's not inherently a threat, but if it's like corporate bailouts, of course it's terrible.
Is that okay? We need to talk about corporate bailouts something, but yeah, okay.
Well, isn't the most efficient way just direct cash payment? Like, doesn't that make way more sense? It gives it to the people.
I'm not disagreeing with that at all, but we'll save that for later.
Okay.
Okay, those with a greater ability to pay should receive better health care. Strongly disagree.
Cool. 2, Logan?
Yep, strongly disagree.
Yeah, as soon as you stratify the system by any metric, then the people who pay more will get better, and the people you can't maintain the same level of good while providing a faster option. Same thing with net neutrality.
Quality education is a right of all people. I don't know why I spaced out just now. The right of all people. Strongly disagree. Whoa, hold on. Dude, I am spaced. I'm so tired. No way. Strongly agree.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, strongly agree.
Ian, did you also strongly agree?
Yes, I did.
Okay. The means of production should belong to the workers who use them. Okay, so this is where I become a communist or not.
Socialist, but yeah.
Socialist. Mm-hmm. Dude, I like need to just like do a whole thing on just the differences between the two.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Okay.
It's not really the most pressing thing, but yeah.
Okay. The means of production. I'm gonna agree.
Cool.
Okay,
Logan?
strongly.
Yep, strongly agree. All right.
The United Nations should be abolished. On the one hand, do they get anything done? But on the other hand, is that the point? I'm going to disagree.
All right. Logan?
Okay, disagree.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that shouldn't be the point. The point should be that they're getting more done, but that means that we should be giving them more power. Like, I'm okay with losing a bit of American sovereignty, more than a bit of American sovereignty. Like, yeah, we need to expand it. Just because it's not working doesn't mean you abolish it.
Right.
It's the same principle with, like, all the things conservatives want to abolish. All right, keep going.
Military action by our nation is often necessary to protect it. Dude, I'm a strongly disagree. Are you kidding me?
All right, Logan?
Disagree. The last time that was remotely true was World War II.
World War II, yeah.
Big salute to the boys, the troops, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. I support regional unions, such as the European Union. I know so little about this, it's not even funny, dude.
Same, honestly.
Regional unions? Like, I don't know. Do I support that? I don't know.
Do you support Brexit?
Dude, you think I know anything about Brexit? I don't know how our country works.
I don't know. Brexit was fun.
I kept hearing people say the word. Okay. And it sounded cool. I thought that was also the name of the bad guy from the last, like the Fast and Furious spinoff that just happened. What was his name? His name was Brixton. His name was Brixton, and I thought that his name was Brexit.
Okay.
Right. That's not important. I'm gonna say I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna go soft agree just because I don't know enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go strongly agree. Same principle as the UN. Every time we every time we either take power away from the state toward the community, toward the individual, the individual is like kind of iffy, but giving power back to the community instead of the state is good. I'm not gonna go into that. I'm just gonna say good. Sorry, you're not gonna get a logical explanation. But taking the power down towards the community level, away from the state, is good, and taking power away from conflicting sources and towards overarching sources is also good. Like at the end of the day, anarchism and one world government with only some powers, both workable, both better than the alternative where you have a bunch of states fighting each other. Which plays into this question too. You wanna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree.
Cool. Logan?
Strongly disagree.
Right. Oh, same as this one too.
A united world government would be beneficial to mankind. On the one hand, yes, it is. Yeah, like I see how this is like the last questions. Mm-hmm. I think that like anytime that people talk about like, I don't know, a dominating like a world government, they make it out to be so like so dictatory and like dystopian, you know. And I don't think that is. I think that's a stereotype that's perpetuated a lot.
Yeah.
Usually that's just like for dramatic effect. So I'm gonna agree.
Cool.
Strongly agree.
Me too.
Yeah, we need to be a united planet by the time the aliens show up.
Yep.
We can't be the one planet that doesn't have our shit together.
Yeah.
It is more important to retain, or has everyone answered that last one?
Yep. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. It's more important to retain peaceful relations than to further our strength. This is a very militant question. And I could think of a few people I know who are almost certainly Republicans who would say that I would be a pussy for wanting to retain peaceful relations. It's more important to retain peaceful relations than to further our strength. Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Okay, strongly agree.
Me too.
Wars do not need to be justified to other countries. Huh. Like I can see an argument being made to agree with this. But I also know that a philosophy like this has caused a lot of United States military actions that I disagree with, so I'm going to disagree.
Logan?
Strongly disagree.
Me too.
Military spending is a waste of money. I'm going to say I'm unsure. I could easily research that and have an opinion, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, Logan, do you know the stats on like the percentage? Because I certainly don't.
No.
But, like I'm gonna go with it's too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
That
not.
would,
I'm
Like-
I'm hovering between neutral and disagree.
Wait, seriously? Why?
Like I'm gonna go with neutral. I'm gonna go neutral.
You gonna go neutral and military spending is a waste of money?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go strongly agree.
Well, I mean, like there should be like as long as the world is the way it is right now, there should be the existence of some military. It just should be like
Not the American military. What?
what?
Oh, what?
Should exist.
Yeah, but not to the degree. Not to the degree.
You want to abolish the United States military?
Like so do
Wait.
I actually, but like not like in the abstract. Yeah, it is a waste, but like not.
No, I'm not even saying it doesn't even have to be abstract. Currently, too much money. I'm not saying revert to zero. I'm saying less. Spend it on other things.
That, but I don't think that's what the question is asking.
Okay, well, I would agree with either variance of the question. Like, what is the U.S. military doing that's useful right now? Like if you're Bolivia, I'm gonna go, yeah, you definitely want a military. You go, Bolivia. But, like, that's to defend yourself against the American military. Like,
That's fair. Yeah, maybe I should go back. Yeah, okay. We're going back. We're
what are
going
you
back.
saying? What are you saying?
Soft agree.
Okay. All right, Keegan.
You got him. All right, international aid is a waste of money. Strongly disagree. And if you think that,
Yeah,
why?
strong.
Yeah.
My nation is great. Oh man, I strongly disagree. Well, wait, hold on.
I like the memes where it's like they hate Trump more than they love America, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, there's times where I'm like, man, there's like an inherent problem with the established government that we let run our country. Like there's an inherent problem with the way that we do things and the way that we operate, and so our country sucks. But then other times I'm like, this is a nation full of people that I love a lot sometimes. I'm gonna disagree. No, wait. I'm gonna strongly disagree.
Okay.
Okay.
Logan?
Yeah, strongly disagree.
Me too. All good.
Research should be conducted on an international scale. I'm gonna agree. Like, I'm gonna strongly agree.
Cool.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna soft, but I feel like given data, I could probably be swayed to strongly agree.
Yeah, what's stopping you from being strongly agree?
Just like the fact that I'm not don't have feeling like stuff to back it up.
You also don't have anything to back up backing off. Like,
What? I just
Okay.
I'm not informed enough to have a strong opinion on that.
okay, well, I really don't think you need to be, but okay. And like, what's wrong with it? What could be wrong with it? Okay, moving on.
The biases or the motives of researchers from other countries. I don't know, dude. Like, the guy in the Antifa video is talking about like academic freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Other countries may not. There might be disagreements in like the. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's coming from a very American exceptionalist point of view, where you're like, oh, we have freedoms other countries don't.
I was
that's
literally
not
just
true.
trying to think of any possible way not to strongly agree, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
I'm grasping at straws here.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Whatever, stick to it. Let's move on.
I strongly agreed. What do you mean?
Oh, you did strongly agree?
I did.
Okay.
I said strongly agree.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's just Logan. Okay.
And I still was playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
Thank you. Yeah.
Governments should be accountable to the international community. That's not their job, though. Well, wait, hold on. Hold on, wait. Dude, I'm gonna say I'm unsure. I feel like this is a trap. That one was a trap.
Okay.
I didn't like that one.
Strongly.
Yeah, strongly agree. It's the same as like we don't need national sovereignty, whatever that means. Like it's dog whistly anyway. And even if you're gonna take it at face value, like what does that equate to? Just random military action on behalf of your oil interests? Like no. Alright.
Right. Even when protesting an authoritarian government, violence is not acceptable. Well, as we just learned, I'm gonna strongly disagree.
Cool.
Do you think that though?
I do. Like that argument made sense. I will say that when I tried to restate the idea of violence is inherent to like any and all political like action in some way, I did not restate that well at all. So I will probably need to just sometime soon just go back and like rewatch that point because I know I agree with it. I remember agreeing with it. It was just like I couldn't.
No, I feel like that too. Like, sorry for the little diversion, but like I'm kind of a baby lefty. Like I've only been like post-capitalist for like a couple months. So I feel like what's really holding me back from, like I was talking about earlier, being actually supportive of a particular brand of leftism is like I can debate really well for social democracy. I just don't have that yet for any kind of anarchy.
You can debate within the Overton window.
Right.
All right, so wait, Logan, you're saying strongly disagree?
Yeah, strongly disagree.
Me too. All right.
My religious value should be spread as much as possible. Well, according to my religion, that is true. But according to me, as much as possible is the part that's tricky. Because as much as possible,
it means violence.
Yeah, I know. See, because yeah. All right. I strongly disagree.
Okay, strongly disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, look, how do you answer this from an atheist point of view? Like what's going through your head when you answer from an atheist point of view? Like,
whoever wrote that question was probably considering atheism to be not a political, like an actual, stance.
No, but then does that work?
Therefore, it should also be spread. Yeah, I also disagree with that. Well, yeah. In this, if framed in the same way as like including violence as the actual religion aspect of it is, then I also strongly disagree. Then.
Mm-hmm.
All right, our nation's value should be spread as much as possible. Nah, fam. Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Just soft disagree?
No, strongly.
Okay, yeah, me too.
It is very important to maintain law and order. Oh God. Okay. I mean, yeah, but also when your law and order is flawed. Okay. This is tough for me because I feel like I agree with this, but not the way it's being executed.
That's because it's a dog whistle.
Okay. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I disagree. Anarchism.
Yeah. We're getting there. Logan?
Yeah, I'll go strongly disagree.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's like whatever the Martin Luther King quote is like negative MLK negative peace, absence of justice.
Your computer's just like, MLK negative? What do you mean, Brian? What do you mean by that? No, just explain to me what you mean by that, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wait. Okay, this is actually a good quote because this is about liberalism too. Absence. What?
Just absence.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It's something like that, right?
Okay. First, I must confess that over the last few years, I have been gravely disappointed with the white moderate. read liberal. I have almost reached the regrettable conclusion that the Negro's great stumbling block in the stride toward freedom is not the white citizen's counselor or the Ku Klux Klanner, but the white moderate, read liberal, who is more devoted to quote unquote order than justice, who prefers a negative peace, which is the absence of tension, to a positive peace, which is the presence of justice, who constantly says, quote, I agree with you in the goal you seek, but I can't agree with your methods of direct action, who paternalistically
I've read
feels he can set the timetable for another man's freedom, who lives by the myth of time, and who constantly advises the Negro to wait until a more convenient season. Let me see.
Yeah, I definitely read that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how he's a socialist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more now.
No, like honestly, if you were to look at it outside of like how much we're conditioned, it's absolutely like ridiculous and like complete besmirchment to his memory that his socialism has been whitewashed to the degree that it has. Like, yeah, it's normalized, but yeah, like
MLK
that's
has
disgusting,
been
right?
MLK was whitewashed the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Dude. That's actually so sad.
Yeah.
Oh no. All right. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Rather than the thing
Okay.
Logan,
the general populace
you've been cutting out. What, Logan?
ever important.
Okay.
The general populace makes poor decisions. People are so stupid. Okay, all right. My like gut, my knee jerk reaction was the general populace, we voted Trump into office.
Well, we
But-
didn't. We didn't
but
vote
we
Trump in
didn't.
office. Yeah.
Exactly. We didn't necessarily. Yeah. So this feels like a statement. This is a dog whistle. This is an electoral thing, isn't it? This is very heavily an electoral thing.
I mean,
Vanguard.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If you look at it through exclusively a leftist perspective, to agree with this is to say Marxist-Leninism over anarchism, because you can't trust the people to think for themselves. You need a party, and there's a degree of truth to that. Like, I'm not anti-Marxist-Leninism, but like the reason the populace makes poor decisions now is because it's beneficial to the interests of the country to not have the majority of the country be educated.
I'm gonna disagree.
Logan?
Soft agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go soft degree, but only within the confines of like it's not their fault. They're being put into it. It's just okay. I get it.
Ooh, oh no. I hate this one. Physician-assisted suicide should be legal. Okay. Oh, I want to say neutral so bad, but that's such a cop out. Oh no. The thing I'm asking myself right now is, what is this question saying? What am I saying by answering this question? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? And I can't tell yet. And I don't want to be told and then answer this question because I feel like that's gonna sway me a little bit. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. I disagree.
Yep. Strongly.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, Logan, what'd you say?
Strongly agree.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The idea that you would pick anything else is kind of not you specifically, but anyone is like, I don't know. It's too much of a life is sacred type of talk when there's so many other policies that conjoin with that indicate no, it clearly isn't. Like, I don't know. When I'm saying that, I'm thinking less about someone walking in and being like, "Hey, I want like it's the same thing as the abortion thing, where like people imagine people just walking in and be like, "Hey, I want an abortion." But like, there's a process for this. It's the same thing with trans kids, right? Like people just walking in, I want a gender surgery. I'm 13. Like, that's not how it works. Like, you still have to go through a psych evaluation, and that would like 99% of the times physician-assisted suicide would be used. Like, I think it's legal in Canada, right? It was legalized like 5 years ago. 90% of the time it would be used. I'm pretty sure that's right. Is is like for people who are already dying of something. And like, what's the alternative? Keep them alive, waste resources on them that could be used on people with a chance of, like, we don't have infinite resources right now. We might if we bothered to put more resources into health, and that wouldn't be a problem. But under the current system, we don't have infinite resources. So we're going to spend them keeping someone like comatose alive for an extra few months. Like, agreeing with that leads to, oh, we can't even let this person die who can't even agree to anything because they're comatose. They're gonna die in a few months. So we're just gonna hook them up to this machine and leave them for a few months because life is sacred. Like, it's so arbitrary. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I had a feeling that you would convince me of an answer.
I can
So
relate.
I'm glad I answered like before that though, just to like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Right.
The sacrifice of some civil liberties is necessary to protect us from acts of terrorism. This is a dog whistle too.
It's a bit of one. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start saying that.
Yeah. I mean, there's honest merits to this question, I think.
Yeah. No. I'm not. No. I don't want to act like. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a conspiracy theorist right now. I'll soft agree.
Logan?
I strongly disagree. Like, have you seen the stats on the TSA and stuff? It's like a total joke. It's like they fail to find the weapon like 90% of the time.
Oh no, the TSA is a complete and
Yeah.
utter.
No, but like, have you seen the stats on the Patriot Act? like neither
No.
extreme is good. Like, if it doesn't work, it's just security theater. It's a pain. It's only gonna. The only thing it does is heuristically determine people, which means like minorities and stuff get harassed more. And if it does work, it's causing more problems than it's worth. Like, what have we caught? One guy with the use of the Patriot Act, right? I think it's one guy. And
Is
like,
it? Yeah.
I think. And like
Well, there are
that.
like records of like FBI people or NSA people like spying on love interests and stuff.
Yeah,
Isn't that-
because you're leftist, right? Hierarchy's corrupt.
Yeah.
Of course there are. Oh, all right.
Government surveillance is necessary in the modern world. Nah, fuck you, leave me alone, FBI. It's okay, because I'm not gonna be radical about this. Soft disagree.
Okay, strongly disagree.
I think I'm gonna go soft degree. Yeah. I don't know about strong. Do you have a case for like there should be literally no government surveillance? Like, tapping phone stuff is a problem, but like, I don't know.
Like,
do traffic? What about
throw out some more moderate things like
traffic cams?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'll go soft.
Okay.
The very existence of the state is a threat to our liberty. Bruh. I'm definitely gonna say neutral this time. I don't feel bad about that.
Okay, I'll go soft agree.
Yeah, I'd go strongly agree, I think. Yeah, I mean,
Are you like Marxist Leninism now?
You know, Marxist Leninism is not pro-state, right? Like, every version of Marxist Leninism that ends up being pro-state has failed to be Marxist Leninist, right? Like, the end goal is abolish the state.
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless of political opinions, it is important to side with your country. Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
All authority should be questioned. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
A hierarchical state is best. That's a disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. That's fascism, hierarchical state.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That was why
Yeah.
it was soft, just because I wasn't 100% certain. But I was like, no, this is
Yeah.
All right. It is important that the government follows the majority opinion, even if it is wrong. I'm gonna agree.
Yeah. Logan?
So I used to go strongly agree on this question, but that was during the Kulinski days. I'm gonna go neutral.
Okay.
Really, Ninja? I thought you were gonna drop to agree. Yeah, I'm still gonna go agree. I mean, it is a liberal sentiment, definitely, but it's not necessarily a negative. Like, all of the liberal sentiments are like fine things that just don't work in the face of people trying to manipulate you. Yeah, and I don't think you should throw away democracy. It needs revamping. It needs revolution type revamping. Yeah, I'm still gonna go agree.
Yeah, I'm on the edge.
Okay. You're on the edge of abolishing democracy?
No, I'm on the edge of agree and neutral.
Okay.
Into like slightly agree.
Okay.
Are we all in 41?
Yep.
Okay. The stronger the leadership, the better. What, like?
I have no idea. I hate this question.
Yeah, stronger. This statement here, I would agree with, because yeah, you should have, like, you want your leaders to be strong, but I don't know what this is trying to say. I'm going to strongly agree, just to tell this question it's stupid for being so general. And yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go soft disagree just because I don't know what it means, but if it could be clarified, I could probably go to strongly disagree.
Yeah, it definitely needs clarification. It doesn't even work as a dog whistle question. Like, it kind of is, but also like do you just want strong leadership?
Yeah, that's
because
the
the
thing.
alternative is just weak. Do you want weak leadership? But also, like,
Yeah.
maybe you do, because maybe you want a more egalitarian form of leadership. Like, you don't want a strong hierarchy, but maybe you want the person who does lead the
Are they
hierarchy
saying
to be
strong in
strong.
the sense that there's like less checks and balances against them, or like, is that what?
Yeah, that's another alternative. Like, yeah. I don't want this to influence my result. I'm going to go neutral.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Environmental regulations are essential.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Did you?
Is that 43? Did I?
Yeah, you skipped 42.
Oh, whoops. Democracy is more than a decision-making process. I mean, yeah, I strongly agree.
Yeah, it sounds like a liberal platitude, but I do agree with it. Strongly agree.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds more like a fact than a...
Yeah.
Like, it is. In practice, if you're going to be democratic, it should be. Right.
I'm going to strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Moving on.
Automation, science, and technology. Oh, but I love dystopian future stuff. And I believe that shit. Back to the old ways. Back when things were simple and horses were in front of carts, and the streets were for playing and not for driving. I don't know. I am neutral because it's not just about the science and technology, it's how we use them.
Yeah. All right, Logan?
Yeah, so this is essentially about, like, if you think... So is this talking about our current path, like, as the society exists right now?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Because there is...
Because obviously, like, a better world could come if we actually do things right.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I disagree with most, and I would assume you too, about Marxism, is like the idea that there's some grand narrative where it will inevitably lead to socialism and a better future. Like, that's part of Marx that, like, people kind of have erased because, like, well, it's 200 years later, nothing happened. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna go neutral.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Children should be educated in religious or traditional values. Disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Disagree. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. Right. Next one.
Traditions are we on 46?
Yep.
Okay. Traditions are of no value on their own. I was thinking about this today. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Yep. Strongly agree.
Religion should play a role in government. Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree, but we need to tax them too. But don't give them influence. Oh, there's that's the next.
Churches should be taxed. I strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Yeah.
Climate change is currently one of the world's greatest threats to our way of life. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
It is important that we work as a united world to combat climate change. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Logan.
Society was
Yeah.
It's fine.
Society was better many years ago than it is now. Okay, if I strongly disagree with this, that's not to say that it's necessarily like loads better now, but like it is better now.
Yep.
Yeah, strongly disagree. Culturally, it's better now, but probably economically, it's worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. No, I mean, okay, it's worse now, but you got to think less about the position and more about the velocity or like the acceleration. Like if you just went back 30 years, the economic positions of 30 years ago inexorably lead if they're not changed to where we are now. So that the fact that that future is 30 years away from that past is intrinsic to that past, whereas the cultural values have actually progressed. So that's why it would be better.
That question's stupid. That's
Yeah.
just as dumb as
Well-
anyone who is like, I wish I was born in this and this time because they like idolize, style, aesthetic version of whatever.
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
daydreaming of.
Tankies.
as a rule of thumb, like conservatism is things were better 30 to 100 years ago, and fascism is things were better 1,000 years ago.
I would like to add "for me" to the end of both of those statements. I don't know. I just feel like that's all right. 52.
Yep.
It's important that we maintain the traditions of our past. It's not though. I disagree. I'm gonna soft disagree because I think that tradition only has value if it is been. It's not tradition for tradition's sake. If that makes sense.
Yeah. All right.
Disagree.
You said disagree?
Strongly disagree.
But you both said strongly disagree?
Keegan said disagree.
I soft disagreed.
Okay. I'll strongly disagree. All right. Next question. I lost the pick. Never mind.
Are we? Wait,
Yeah, we're good.
Did you answer?
50.
Okay.
50.
It is important that we think in the long term beyond our lifespans. I strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Reason is more important than maintaining our culture. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Drug use should be legal, isn't decriminalized. Okay, drug use. You can't just say drug use. That's all right. I'm going to disagree. Soft disagree.
Okay.
Because it depends on the drug. This is too general for me.
Logan?
Strongly agree.
Yeah, me too. Alright, alright. So it has nothing at all to do, as you well know, with me being interested in these drugs.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to handle someone being addicted to something, the best way is by far not criminalizing it so they have to hide it and throwing them in jail if they get caught.
And I do believe that, so I'm going to go back and soft agree.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only time-
nothing of value is gained.
That's
by
the only time I'm going to
drugs.
go back.
All right.
But you said something that I have thought and believed before, but wasn't thinking about.
Yeah. It's hard.
So
it's
thank
hard when you're like, I think you probably relate to this. There is like when you want to be like a reasonable individual, but you also know that agreeing with something really benefits you personally, and you want to you want to do the opposite of that because you want to be like, oh, I'm unbiased.
No, I'm just more thinking and just like I don't think there's just some substances that I don't think should be like. I guess I immediately made the jump from legal and decriminalized to like
socially acceptable,
marketed.
Yeah, marketed.
You know,
too. Yeah,
like I'm not going to talk about weed for too long, but just like
weed is
the cultural like. No, I'm not going to talk about this. I was just thinking about like I'll use heroin as an example. I was just like the legalization of like just hard illegal drugs.
Yeah.
And the
Logan, your audio is broken.
Okay.
Yeah, not
It's
the
fixed.
natural, but like the evolution from legal to essential.
Yeah. I mean, if we had like Portugal actually did decriminalize everything, right, Logan?
Yeah.
You care more about drug stuff than me, but yeah, okay. Yeah, like maybe there is a case, like definitely legalize it, but maybe there is actually a case for like making heroin illegal, like available in stores, because like the alternative is a drug market. So if you want to dispel that, you need to like have it be there, and maybe you like cover it in advertisements about how bad it is and all of the services that can get you off of it if you want, and those services should be free and subsidized and everything. And that, yeah, but it shouldn't be like a permanent record thing. It shouldn't be you just throw them in jail and forget about them. Yeah.
I'm open to that. I just think it needs to just go decriminalized first. Then we can make the next leap.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah. All right. 56. We strongly agree.
All good.
Yeah. No cultures are superior to others. But every culture is superior to rape culture. I mean, I know what they're actually asking, and so I will strongly agree.
Soft disagree.
Yeah, I think it's a very nice. It's honestly it's one of the few exceptions, because you see a lot of conservative platitudes, you see a lot of liberal platitudes. That's a kind of leftist platitude that still like doesn't shake out in practice, because even if we're going to not only love and respect in some kind
Right.
of conservative sense the Islamic world, like there's still some part that like needs to be, don't discriminate against them at all, don't accidentally do any speech acts that might encourage someone to go do terrorism against them or anything, don't like make their world worse by sending in troops. But still, for the time being, if we could create a culture like that would respect their culture in that way, that would like be a better culture. Strongly disagree.
All right. Sex outside marriage is immoral. I'm going to strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
If we accept migrants at all, it is important that they assimilate into our culture. I'm gonna disagree.
Strongly disagree.
I mean, if you account for like, is it changing the culture? Like, I don't like what is this saying? Like, is this saying like if we disagree, if we let them be on their own, quote unquote, then are they just ghettoized or whatever? And like that makes it easier to discriminate against them if we force them into like separate communities.
That's fair.
So you do want some level of integration. You don't want it to be they conform to white standards, but you do want there to be a melting pot effect to some degree. Assimilate into our culture has really negative connotations, so I'm going to still soft disagree. But there is a counter case there. Definitely.
Yeah. Abortion should be prohibited in most or all cases. Prohibited. I'm going to strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Gun ownership should be prohibited for those without a valid reason. The hell does that mean? valid reason. I'm going. Oh, gun control. I'm going to soft agree.
Okay. Logan?
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, strongly disagree. Okay, Keegan, you might not even be aware of this at all, but the gun control curve is very much like right and left are both pretty pro-gun, and like if you go far enough, the conventional saying is if you go far enough left, you get your guns back.
Huh, that's interesting. I did not know that. Why? How? We're going to get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into some other time.
I hate to be like this guy, but I kind of want to just. We've been on here for a long time, dude. I got grilled chicken waiting for me upstairs. All right.
Okay, we got 8 questions left.
Okay. I support single-payer universal health care. I agree.
Okay, strongly agree.
Cool. Next one.
All right. Prostitution should be illegal. I feel like I'm gonna okay, I am actually going to disagree.
Okay, strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree, though not workable in our current society by most standards.
Yeah. Maintaining family values is essential. I disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
To chase progress at all costs is dangerous.
Okay, I don't even know what this means. What does this mean?
Yeah, I hate this one.
Yeah. I don't know if I can justify it. I'm gonna disagree. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
me
know.
too.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll disagree as well.
Yeah, soft disagree.
Wait.
Genetic.
It at all costs. Oh wait. Okay, I was phrasing that. I think I am gonna agree. Wait, did you guys read it properly? Because I actually am gonna agree.
How what it's supposed to be read is I'm just gonna put neutral actually.
Let me
Okay.
look at it again. The chase. You're gonna agree.
Yeah, I'm soft
The
agree.
chase. I'm gonna neutral.
All right.
I'm gonna unsure. Genetic modification is a force for good even on humans. Well, that depends on what the. I don't know enough about this to have an opinion. Neutral.
I'm gonna say neutral because it would be in a classless society.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's okay. I was thinking something similar.
I really need to think more about that. About what Logan just said. I was gonna put disagree. I don't know if that actually works out in practice. It might.
If you could like for better genes, like as long as it's
Oh, that certainly, yeah. But I think I'm still gonna put soft disagree. We can talk about it later.
it would also probably have to be in a society that's like abolished race too.
Oh, well, yeah, but and abolished mental illness. Maybe I don't know. Like that's the part I'm concerned about. Is like, it's not race or gender or anything. It would be the mental illness aspect of it. I don't know. All right, 4 more.
All right, we should open our borders to immigration. Agree.
Yeah, a soft agree just because like I'm not sure if the question means in the immediate future.
Strongly agree. Yeah, I
Alright.
yeah, I don't know.
Government should
Wait,
be-
Keegan, were you taking that? Were you taking the last question as like completely open borders or just more immigration?
I wasn't think I think the soft agree was because I am uncertain about whether or not I
Mhm.
agree in
Alright.
complete open border.
We'll talk about that some other time. All right.
Okay. The government should be as concerned about foreigners as they are about their own citizens. I soft disagree.
Logan.
Strongly agree, like in principle, but it's like
Yeah.
also in a pragmatic way you have more of an influence over the lives of your own citizens.
Yeah.
You have more ways
Yeah,
to
unless you're America, like unless you're like country America's invading.
some difference. Like you have more control over the fact
No,
that it's the quality of life of your own citizens.
I agree with the principle that I agree with in principle, but and there is a but after that. But, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
The best question. Strongly agree.
Easy.
Yep. It is important that we further my group's goals above all others. Well, okay. My group. I don't. What do you mean my group? I'm gonna disagree for the sake of democracy.
I'm gonna do soft agree, assuming that this is a dog whistle.
Oh, it always kind of is, right? I think I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Keegan and say soft disagree.
Ian, guess what?
What? You're a socialist,
I'm a socialist.
but we're Logan and I are both communists, so we're both
Are you?
we're both over 90%.
Oh, is that what happens? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
And you, Ian. That's new.
What is that from? I can't think what that's from. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and then
All right.
yeah, we're all. You're more progressive than me too. I'm more anarchist than
Wait.
you.
How are we seeing all of them?
It's on the stream.
Oh, they're all on the screen?
Yep.
Wait. So you can see mine?
Yep. I've been keeping track of yours the whole time as you answer them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, go look at the stream. We got all 4 of them next to each other.
Sick.
This is gonna be libertarian socialism.
Okay. I think you misheard me a little. It doesn't really matter. Like they're all mostly the same. My socialist value is slightly higher on yours than mine.
Okay. But you're still socialist by your definition?
I am still a socialist by
Yeah.
just like 0.3% less.
Yeah.
Was it ideologies?
Huh? We're all the same, libertarian socialism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'm peaceful, but I'm not interesting.
Civil acts is the only one we're all different on. Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, you still a bit libertarian there.
Okay.
All right, sweet. Any final points, either one of you?
It is Wednesday.
Indeed. If we had done this yesterday, come on, Logan.
That would have been so
Your birthday
funny.
messed it up. Oh,
That would have been so funny.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah. All right.